CHAMPS is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. State Champs is also working in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Welcome to State Champs Indiana. I'm Lauren Plants, and we had more people view our highlights of last weekend's Indiana football playoffs than we ever have. It helped that we had over 22 games for you to check out. Remember, what you see here on the show is great, but it's just half of what you'll see online all over our State Champs Indiana social media channels and our website, statechampsnetwork.com. You can get a great representation of playoff football from all across the Hoosier State. We thank all our partners for helping make State Champs the home for football highlights. What we pulled off is the future of State Champs, and the future is now. We thank you, and we thank our presenting sponsor who make all of this possible, Lawrence Technological University.
I'm Jenna Skalski, and I second that. Thank you to all the fans, but we did not forget about the boys and girls soccer faithful. In order to give you the respect you deserve, we created your own state championship show, which you can watch on our website and our Facebook and YouTube channel. It's comprehensive coverage of the state finals. Go check it out. And you volleyball fans, don't worry, we've got your special state championship extravaganza premiering later this week.
That's right. We do have coverage of last weekend's cross-country state finals in this week's show, but of course, it's sectional championship weekend in football. We're ready to dive back into the action. We've come to the table with 19 games, of which you'll see all of it on this very television program. So let's do this.
I'm Kevin Trozinski, and we head to a rematch with last year's sectional as Marion welcomed in Mississauga. Midway through the fourth frame now, it's Cruz with the sneak and the score. Mississauga on top, 28-21. Marion looking to tie the game back up again. The toss to Stamps, who fights through and rips through one last defender on the goal line. 28-28 tie ball game. With 3 minutes to go in the game, the Indians march down the field to set up a 20-yard field goal for Andre Soleil with just 1.9 ticks left. The junior notches it through and celebrates with the dance because his team is moving on as Mississauga defeats Marion 31-28, the final.
And we're doing it for each other. I love y'all more than anything in the world. I'm not ready for this to be over. Let's get some hardware.
I'm Glenn Marini from the Fort Wayne area, where the biggest matchup in the Summit City was 6A number 2 Homestead hosting rival Carroll. Spartans beat the Chargers 42-15 in week 7. Late second half, Homestead in control. Luke Goody to the senior Jake Archbold at 17-0 Spartans at half. But Carroll, they're pesky. Chargers don't go away. Third quarter, Hunter Mertz with the touchdown. That gets Carroll on the board at 17-7. Homestead gets tricky after that. Goody to Archbold to Jared Kistler. The junior has the Spartans out in control with the TD reception. Later, you see Jake Archbold catch a TD. You've seen him throw it. He also had this, a pick six on defense. Archbold also rushed in a touchdown as Homestead wins over Carroll 38-14. Here's Jake Archbold, who had his hand in 4 touchdowns on offense and 3 INTs on D.
We won the game. That's all that matters. I'm proud that my team was able to pull through, and it was a fun night. It was a fun night. I wasn't paying attention to that. It was all about the scoreboard, how much time was left. I'm just playing hard every play. Whoever plays hardest, the longest wins.
Bishop Dwenger won the 4A state title last year. Now they're up in 5A. Saints looking for the program's first ever 5A sectional championship against Northrop. Second quarter, Brendan Lytle to Griffin Eifert, his older brother Tyler, a first-round NFL draft pick, Pro Bowler for the Cincinnati Bengals, and apparently great hands running the family. It's a great touchdown catch from Eifert, 15-zip Dwenger at the half. Third quarter, after an Eifert interception on defense, it's Lytle to Eifert again. Eifert's third touchdown of the game, 21-zip Dwenger. Dwenger's defense finishes this one off against Northrop. It's Samuel Pasoff with the pick six as Dwenger goes on to win its first ever 5A sectional title, 42-0 the score over Northrop. Here's Mr. Eifert.
The revenge was what we were looking for, but this is
Let's go!
super special, just knowing that it's our first 5A sectional championship.
In 4A, two very familiar foes. Northeast State Conference rivals Leo at East Noble. Lions ranked 10th in the state, Knights ranked 2nd. Second quarter, no score. Mason Sharon changes that as he's up the middle for 7, and Leo out to an early 7-zip lead. Later in the second quarter, East Noble's Bailey Parker to senior Hayden Jones. It's a 21-yard scoring strike. The game was tied 7-7 at the half. Third quarter, Parker, 132 yards rushing, 33 coming here. That the game-winning TD as East Noble beats Leo for the second time this season, 14-7 Knights over the Lions. Here's the game's hero, Bailey Parker of East Noble.
Oh, it was insane. It was a great game. You know, they came out fighting, and we knew that, and we practiced all week, got ready for their T formation. We knew we could stop it, and everybody just played their heart out. First half, we didn't come out strong, but in the second half, we talked about things at halftime, and we came out and played our game.
3A sectional 27 title game. Concordia making the long drive out to Peru. First quarter, it was worth it. Already 7-zip Concordia. Amir Drew, 24-yard TD. Drew 17 carries, 238 yards, 4 scores as the Cadets led 14-zip. Still in the first, Brandon Davis looking and finding Jalen Vanderbosch, the senior, in for a 19-yard touchdown. Cadets up 21-zip. Then with seconds remaining in the first quarter, it's Davis looking for Tyler Grossman in the end zone. It's a 22-yard strike. Concordia, no problem with Peru. The Cadets roll 56-6. After knocking off Bishop Lures last week, Eastside Blazers looking for their first sectional title in program history. Eastside hosting a Fairfield squad with 6 wins already. Late first quarter, no score. Eastside's Michael Geiger making the special teams special. He got a hand on that punt, and we're not talking turnover chain up at Butler. We're talking warming tent. How about this ensuing drive? Second quarter, Laban Davis with a great fake. He kept it. He's in. Eastside up 7-0. Now, Eastside's D shut out Bishop Lures last week in terms of touchdowns, only gave up 2 field goals, and this is why. Dawson Smythe with the interception. It was 7-0 at the half as Eastside wins its first ever sectional title by a final of 34-0. 1A Sectional 43, undefeated South Adams ranked 2nd in the state. Starfires at home against Madison Grant. First quarter, James Arnold to his big tight end, Nick Miller, and the 6'3 junior rumbling, stumbling, and scoring 7-zip South Adams early. South Adams then going with the trickeration. Arnold, the QB, would eventually get the ball back. He knows what to do with it. He chucks it to the sophomore Aiden Warner for a touchdown. South Adams up 14-zip. Now, Madison Grant would get on the board here. Jack Thompson would dive into the end zone for the Argyle's first touchdown of the game, but South Adams wins this one going away against Madison Grant, 47-20. 1A Sectional 44, Northfield knocked off third-ranked Southwood last week. Could they do it again, this time against fourth-ranked Adams Central? First quarter, maybe so. Levi Fulkerson. That touchdown gives Northfield a 14-7 lead, but in the second quarter, AC starts to get rolling. Dallas Schwaller for the Jets finds Nick Neuenschwander for the score, and that ties it at 14. Still in the second, Schwaller finding Big Ben Voirol as the Jets take the lead there and don't look back. It's Adams Central over Northfield by a final of 38-28.
State Champs Nation, we know the winter sports season has already begun for several sports, and State Champs will be the place to get your fix on all of it. Now, while State Champs will be leaving cable TV in December, it's only because we can't fit it all in. We want you to know we are committed to the state of Indiana, and our coverage is only going to grow. We've got a brand new free streaming app coming your way in January, and it will be easier than ever to watch State Champs, even on your television. For instance, Amazon Fire Stick users, you can just download the app and continue to watch all of our programming on the big screen. And you won't have to get up early on Sunday morning either. Watch when you want, the new State Champs app. Coming this January, stay tuned.
I've always been really good at math and science, and I knew I wanted to work in healthcare, but not as a doctor. So I chose Lawrence Tech's biomedical engineering program. I've pushed myself to take internships like this one at a hospital in an orthopedic research lab. Thanks to Lawrence Tech's unique, hands-on style of education, I'm graduating with a published research paper and a job. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
This is Alan True from 24/7 Sports with this week's State Champs Recruit Report. Indianapolis Ben Davis Jr. Dalen Carnell is one of the state's top class of 2021 recruits, and he added another Power 5 offer recently when Michigan State came through with an offer. The Spartans now join Notre Dame, Indiana, Purdue, Boston College, and several more on his list. 6'1.5", 195 pounds, Carnell can play all over the field, but projects best right now into the defense backfield. Another of the state's top underclassmen who is picking up offers quickly is Center Grove's Caden Curry. Nearly 6'5", 250 pounds with the versatility to play defensive end, defensive tackle, and even possibly be a collegiate long snapper. Curry recently picked up his first offer from Indiana, and then later on this week, Cincinnati became the second school to offer him a scholarship. East Noble's Bailey Parker is a versatile quarterback, athlete, defensive back, whatever he's been needed at for his team the last few years. And he's also been excellent on the camp circuit. And he's beginning to be rewarded on the recruiting trail. Parker was offered a preferred walk-on by Indiana this week. At 6'2", 185 pounds, he has the length and size to project to several positions if he indeed chooses the Hoosiers. And he also carries a 3.9 GPA in the classroom. For this week's State Champs Recruit Report, I'm Alan True.
I'm Grant Pugh reporting from Cayuga, Indiana. Falcons hosting the Wolves, just a classic night for football. Class A sectional round. First quarter, the Wolves would strike first. Logan White backs up, then throws it up to Jalen Kroll for a 7-yard touchdown pass. Extra point, no good though. Wolves lead the Falcons 6-0. Second quarter, the Falcons would strike right back. Wyatt Reynolds time, how about a 1-yard rushing touchdown for him? That extra point, no good as well. Hey, we are tied up 6-6. The speed of this game would really pick up, and so would the scoring in the second quarter. Seth Bollinger up the middle here for a 5-yard touchdown run. Conversion is good from White to Kroll. It is 14-6. Wolves out in front. Park gets the ball back, and it's Logan White time going long on fourth down. Austin Petrillo goes up for the catch, then races 43 yards for the touchdown. Wolves jump out to a 20-6 lead. Moments later, Falcons would respond right back. 61 yards, Wyatt Reynolds just runs past everyone. The touchdown scamper beats everyone to the end zone. It's 20-14 Park Heritage, still just in the second quarter. This is certainly just like a heavyweight fight. Teams trading blows. White comes right back, fires a dart to JT O'Brien. Great catch there for 28 yards in the score, 26-14 Wolves. Right before the half, Brennan Ellis staying calm, throwing it up here to Colby West for a 5-yard score, 26-20. Park Heritage leads Northview at the halftime break. 8 minutes and 16 seconds left. Plenty of time for more drama. Here's Austin Petrillo around the end there. That's a 6-yard rushing touchdown. Extra point no good though. Wolves are up 40-35. Then here's the play of the night, maybe the play of the year. Seconds left, it's Ellis. The snap is dropped. He buys time, hits Nick Myers with 6 seconds left, gets both feet down. Are you kidding me? That is your ball game winner with 6 seconds to go as North Vermillion shocks Park Heritage 42-40, the final. One of the best football games we have ever seen. Staying in Vermillion County, the South Vermillion Wildcats have won back-to-back sectional games for the first time since 2004. Tonight, the Wildcats trailed 35-0 in the second. Garzalini again connects here with Royal. They picked up a first down. This duo kept it going, another first down on the drive, but they would later punt on that. Too much offense for the Stars. Spencer Wright to Cortez Stoudemire. they win big. But watch out for head coach Greg Barrett and the Wildcats next year. No shame in losing to Western Boone tonight. Western Boone is good. They get the big win against South Vermillion, 56-14.
You know, I'm not sure why they don't call this show Brains and Beauty, because I just sit here and yap, and this man just looks all handsome. That would be the Baz. Maybe Rake and Baz. It's like some sort of morning show. Greg Rakestraw is my name. And enough of this routine, because we got all kind of football to talk about with you. It is sectional championship week. We'll tell you the best matchups in the state of Indiana with our typical sense of humor, or lack thereof. Join us Wednesday at 5 o'clock for State Champs Indiana Extra Point, presented by Lawrence Technological University.
I chose Lawrence Tech for the architecture program and volleyball team. Architecture is a great fit for me because I love math and design. Now I combine them with technology to create beautiful structures. At Lawrence Tech, I didn't have to wait until my third year to start designing. Our hands-on education begins right from day one. And I'm really excited about LTU's Design Center in Detroit. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
I'm on the Blue Devil football team, and that's a great place to be, because other colleges wouldn't let me be both a football player and a nursing student. And just because I'm a dog on the field doesn't mean I can't take care of people. And man, do I love people. The small class size at LTU give me awesome access to my nursing professors. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
I'm John Rawlings from the Evansville area, and we begin in 4A with the three-time sectional champs of Central battling Memorial. The Tigers just bumped up to 4A. First quarter, Central wasting no time. Collins Turner rising up and crossing the plane. Bears take a 7-0 lead. Moments later, Central deep in their own territory. The pass is off the mark, and Allen Michaels' step-toe is there to pick it off. Memorial takes over with great field position. Tigers looking to turn the turnover into points, but the ball comes loose. Terrian Evans recovers. Bears take over. However, Central goes 3 and out, so they are forced to punt. Connor Agler sees an opening, and boy does he take advantage. The sophomore takes it to the house. Memorial knots things up at 7s. As we move to the second quarter, Central trying to respond, but Turner's pass is tipped by Will Brackett. Brock Combs sees it and decides he's going to take it in for 6 more. Memorial jumps in front 14-7. The Tigers' defense was relentless tonight. A few drives later, it's Finn McCool with another Memorial INT, and this time the Tigers turn the defensive play into points. Colton Pence rolling out to his right has plenty of time as he makes the throw on the run and finds Logan Lively. It's 21-7 at the break. Third quarter, Central comes out ready to go. Turner hits Cameron Banks, and with a nice block by Trajan Evans, Banks is able to pick up some more yards before being pushed out at the 10. The Bears get all the way down to the 1-yard line. Turner sneaks it on in. Bears draw within 7, but Memorial answered on the very next drive. Combs rumbling on in. Memorial wins the rematch 38-14. The 5A class features a Week 1 rematch, Castle hosting Bloomington South in this go-around. It's a scoreless ball game in the first quarter as the Knights' defense stepped up. Sam Rowley leads the charge, Bryce Mizlanka goes in for the sack, and on the very next play, the Panthers are forced to punt. They put the short kick right in Chase Wilkinson's hands, making a couple moves, and now he's running down the near sideline, getting blocks from his teammates, and is eventually taken down at the 15-yard line. Not long after, the Knights hand it off to Connor McIntyre, stiff-arming one defender, taking hits from 2 others, but eventually finds the end zone. Castle draws first blood, but it would also be the last time the Knights scored. Bloomington South goes on to win 32-6. Our final Evansville team is in the 2A class. In the past 2 years, Mater Dei has fallen in the title match. Early on, it's all Wildcats. Cole Hoppy pitches to John McGrew. It's 7-0 Mater Dei. Moments later, Wildcats threatening again. This time, Hoppy decides to call his own number, weaving between the Warriors' defense until he is downed at the 1. But Mater Dei would go ahead and punch this one in. McGrew goes into the pile and comes out into the end zone. Mater Dei wins 35-6. The 3A class features a rematch in the jungle. Southridge tries to avenge a loss suffered to Heritage Hills earlier this season. Begin in the first quarter, and the Patriots came to run in this one. Phoenix Rogers turns on the Jets, and he is not coming back. 50-plus yards to the house. Heritage Hills draws first blood. Later on, Pat's on the goal line, and it's another score for Rogers, his second on the night, and now it's the defense's turn to get it going. Cole Sigler comes up with the interception, and he takes it all the way to midfield before he's taken down. Later, who else? It's Rogers again with the touchdown. Heritage Hills goes on to win this one 27-7. On the other side of the bracket, we have Vincent's Lincoln taking on Princeton. The Tigers searching for their first sectional crown since 1986. First quarter, Lincoln driving, but the ball is fumbled. Princeton recovers, and the Tigers are ready to pounce. Cole Hurt is going to give Princeton the first points of the game from 27 yards out. The Tiger is good. It's 3-0 Princeton. Lincoln looking to respond. Eric Vickers pumps, then dials up the long ball to Stefan Hernandez. The 40-yard touchdown puts the Alices in front, but not for long. Princeton responds in the second quarter. Garrett Bach fakes the pitch, then pumps, and now it's a dart to Braden Matthews. The 25-yard pickup is good enough for a Tigers first down. Moments later, it's a bad snap, but Bach is calm and finds Matthews once more. It's 10-6 at the break, but Lincoln battles back in the second half. The Alices win 34-21.
I'm Grant Pugh reporting from Laverne Gibson, Crosstown, USA. Just a great day for the boys and girls state championships in cross country. A terrific crowd on hand at Laverne. Somewhere among the lead group is Gabe Sanchez from Lowell. We mentioned him because he won the race in a time of 15:28.7. Congrats to Gabe. He was followed by Lucas Guerrero from Highland, Luke Combs from Lapel, and Zionsville's Jesus Garcia. And how about Reese Gibson from Fort Wayne Concordia Lutheran? The girls' race featured a really impressive win by Erin Strzelecki of Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger. She clocks a time of 17:22.9. Erin won by 24 seconds. That's pretty amazing. Edgewood's Annalisa Crane was second, followed by Madeline Keller from Rebuff Jessup, Lowell's Karina James, and Sophia Kennedy from Park Tudor. Erin finished second last year. Now she walks away as state champ.
I don't feel like I deserve this because I'm just an ordinary person. I don't feel any different, and it is like a storybook ending. I feel like I'm in a Disney movie or something, but I can't let that get to my head. I had to stay on the ground.
I admit it. I love working with money, negotiating, and making big decisions. That's why I'm majoring in finance and economics at Lawrence Tech. What's truly amazing about the education here is the small class sizes that give me easy access to my professors who truly care about my future. They even helped me get a great internship. And I was able to fulfill my lifelong dream of playing college golf. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Welcome back to State Champs. The main event this week comes in Class 6A. 7-3 Carmel did what they had to do last week to get the momentum needed for another long playoff run. They put their foot on the gas from the get-go, and Hamilton Southeastern never really got out of the gate. Next up, Westfield, 6-4, fresh off knocking off Fishers by 28 points. And they had the Greyhounds on the Shamrocks turf. Sectional hardware on the line. Here we go. Carmel, last year's state runner-up, gunning for a 7th straight sectional crown. Westfield, looking for their first sectional hardware since 2016. That's when the Rocks took home the 5A state championship. Greyhounds already up 2 scores in the first quarter. We pick it up here, 9 minutes left in the second. Junior signal caller Christian Williams calling his own number. That gives Carmel a huge 21-0 lead. Carmel continued to dismantle the Shamrocks. Williams dropping back, standing all alone in the end zone. Colton Parker, that is a 32-yard score. Greyhounds pulling away 35-0. The battle-tested Greyhounds already have the game in the bag, but on 4th down, the punt is blocked. Takes a lucky Shamrock bounce. Sophomore linebacker Bryson Hoover snags a rock. All he has is daylight, the only luck the Shamrocks received on this night. Carmel cruises to the regional championship. They take care of Westfield 35-7.
Time now for the State Champs Clip of the Week, and we stay at the main event. It's the luck of the Shamrocks on the block punt return for a touchdown by Bryson Hoover. But Westfield not so lucky as they fell to Carmel 35-7.
Another incredible weekend of football is in the books, and there are a bunch more highlights you can watch right now at statechampsnetwork.com or on our State Champs Indiana Facebook and YouTube channel. How many did we cover this week? Check it out and find out yourself.
That's right, it's a whole bunch. Do yourself a favor, take it all in. Hard to believe, regionals next weekend. We'll have coverage from all over the state as we wind our way to Lucas Oil Stadium Thanksgiving weekend. And don't forget to check out our football video podcast, Indiana Extra Point, premiering every Wednesday on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
Have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you next week right here on State Champs.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. State Champs is also working in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association.